Welcome back, everybody, to WWTA News. We've got news to review. We've got things to look at. We've got things to talk about. So, thank you for joining us again. And before we get started, could I get you to hit that like button? Yeah, hit that like button. So, let's jump to our first article. Well, not really an article. We're gonna skip through a few, maybe some tweets and different things, and see what's going on. But we're going to start with this first one here. It says, it's from Gary Gensler. It says, why is the SEC looking at climate risk disclosure? Simple, because investors need it. Gary Gensler said investors need risk disclosure. Right? We got one here from Verge family. Rosetta is complete. All that is left is for Coinbase to integrate it so XVG can be listed. So let's make some noise for that, right? Okay, well, we just did a spotlight on Verge, and we can see how massive that's going to be. So, hey, man, that's pretty interesting as well. We've got one here, the IMF capacity development. It says our 2-module online course on projecting public debt lays out the underpinnings of public debt dynamics and explains how these concepts are applied in the easy-to-use Excel-based public debt dynamics tool. So, all right. Woo! That's a few things going on. So check it out. First thing is, Gary Gensler is low-key trying to help us look at the bigger picture here. And there's a lot of things that Gary Gensler has been saying, tweeting out, and pretty much saying in front of camera that is helping us understand that the United States is really going through something big, right? Something major is happening to the United States. When we look at the IMF has straight up told us that, the United States debt issue and the value of their dollar and what it is across all realms of nations and countries is it ain't looking good. The future is not bright. Some things are going on you might want to pay attention to. So it's like everybody's telling us that the United States is not looking good. And I don't want to be doom and gloom because that's not who I am, but everybody's saying some things. We might want to pay attention to all the low-key comments and statements being made and try to understand them, back up from the picture and try to understand it from a larger view, like what's really happening here. So we've got an article here. U.S. Treasury reiterates that the IRS won't consider crypto miner stakers or coders to be brokers. So that's pretty good because they're not really acting as brokers. What they're really doing is running a business, mining stuff that they have the ability to trade for other things. So that's really just a business, and you could really break it down to the point of they're producing something, right? They're using their time and equipment to mine something or dig for something. Well, not really digging, but they're just running a business. So if there's any way of looking at miners, it's just to look at them like a business. They've paid for their they've got business expenses and they're making money with their business. If they're putting this stuff on the market in exchange for something else. So I'm trying to be careful how I word that because, the words are everything, right? So yeah, that's pretty good for them. But when you think about it, what else could you do to a miner? They're just running a job. They're running a business. So it's like, they're not brokers. How could you call them brokers? They're just running a business. That's not rocket science. So we've got one here. Jamaica is on track to roll out a digital currency in 2022. Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. It says this will serve as a foundation of Jamaica's digital payments architecture and will facilitate greater financial inclusion, increase transaction velocity while reducing the cost of banking for the Jamaican people, said an additional tweet. In December of last year, the Bank of Jamaica, the BOJ, released the results of the pilot, disclosing it had minted $230 million worth of digital currency on August 9th, issued $1 million of the CBDC to wallet providers, The following day and 2 months later issued an additional 5 million in central bank digital currencies to a deposit taking institution, the National Commercial Bank. The NCB then onboarded 57 customers that conducted person-to-person transactions, including transactions with small merchants. And why is that amazing? We talk about that stuff here all the time. It's truly amazing because we're going into a new economy as we're going into a new world. And I'm not that guy that's going to go into all the different news that's going on, so I'll be very brief. There's a lot of things happening in all the nations, right? Some things are changing, and so when you back up and look at this as a whole, one of the biggest things that'll help change all the other issues is the financial system. It'll help change all the other issues that nations are having. So that's what you're looking at. You're looking at that. Jamaica is no different than any other nation. They're all in the space. The ones that aren't there are onboarding and getting in the space. Central banks, digital currencies. Yeah, that's one thing that's happening. But the cryptocurrency world itself is happening, has been happening, is not going to stop happening, will continue to be happening. You know what I mean? So, yeah, major, right? Check this out. Uber wants crypto. Uber has announced future plans to accept crypto on the ride-sharing platform, according to the company's CEO. Well, isn't that something? You make payments that much easier and faster. They pop up the QR code, bling, bling, and then zoop, you scan it, and it tells you where it's going. And this is where KYC comes into play, especially for companies and businesses, because when they get into the crypto space, if they aren't KYC'd, ooh, they could be moving money and not having to pay taxes on it, right? Can you see how that works? Samsung crypto. Samsung has revealed a new cryptocurrency wallet and storage feature within the new Samsung S22 smartphone. Yeah, well, isn't that something? Samsung, didn't you do this before? Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. You're putting this technology in the hands of people every day, and we applaud you for that because they're going to all be coming on to the onboard in the crypto space. So thank you for that. Cryptocurrency will do to banks what email did to the post office. Well, what did they do? I don't know. What did they do? Oh, yeah, that's right. We sent stuff directly to your email account on your computer and now your device in hand. And for those of you who are too young to even understand that you didn't always have a device in your hand that could read emails, yeah, you couldn't always. And so if you really want to go back in time, which I would advise you don't, but if you really go back in time, hey man, mail used to be sent through carriers, men on horses, and women, men and women on horses. So come on, man, it's a big change, and that's why the financial side of this is about to have the biggest change ever. And people say, oh, it's not a big deal, and and make a fuss about it. Well, you're going to see the biggest difference ever when it comes to going to a store and opening up your digital wallet in your phone, scan the QR code, and paying in your currency of choice or that the store accepts for payment. You're going to see it. It's coming to you. It's coming to you soon. Don't worry about it. You're going to see it. Starlink and Dogecoin, Doggy-coin, Dog-A-coin, Dogecoin, whatever. Billionaire Elon Musk has hinted that satellite internet provider Starlink could start accepting Dogecoin. What, for payment? What are you saying? Elon, what are you saying? You say so much stuff. Hey, look, man. We already know that Dogecoin is going to be accepted for payment in a whole lot of places. And we know Shiba's about to be accepted. It's going to take a little bit. They're still working on this Ethereum thing. But I see you, Ethereum. I was mad at you a while ago. I was really ticked, but then, I got on the other day and made some moves with money. I was like, wait a minute. Yo, it didn't cost me $30, $40 to send this? Wow, it only cost me like half that. So I'm still mad at you. I just ain't as mad at you. But when you get this thing down to the cents, I'll be high-fiving you. But when you can really get it under 10 cents, oh, I'm really gonna like you again. This relationship can get better, Ethereum. I'm telling you, it can get better. I'm just gonna need you to try harder. Okay, try. So look, I hope y'all enjoyed the news today. I'm glad y'all stuck with me. And that's all I got for today. So I will see you all in the next one.